Ask Reddit, what is the most useless skill you have? I can do a water drop sound with my mouth. Me too. What's your technique? Does it involve a flicking? Yeah. A flick of the finger. A flick of the tongue. And a flick of the bean. I learned this from Cameron Fry in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Memorizing phone numbers. It was like a superpower back in the day. I used to have this skill. Now I can barely remember my own. The only phone numbers I memorized are my mom's and my dad's LMAO. I just can't memorize other phone numbers. It's like my brain is telling me no. I talk in my sleep in several languages. Ah. You come from Japan. Let me fall asleep. Then we can chat. Do you also speak several languages while awake? I can speak English perfectly. I can turn a glass of milk into diarrhea in 45 minutes. Useful if you want to get out of a meeting or something. Much like their underwear. The meeting ran over. Tying a cherry stem with my tongue or being able to recite every line from The Lion King. I can recite every line in The Lion King as a lion. Roar. Roar roar roar. Rero 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 rero. I can twist my knees at unnatural angles. LOL awesome. Did you teach yourself that somehow? Or did you get injured? I just discovered it one day. It's kinda hard to explain. Basically bend your knee. Grab your foot and try to pull your foot across your chest while keeping your knee bent. I can pull it all the way to my shoulder. The ability to be able to fuck up anything within 4 hours of having it. Same. I think it's genetic. It is. My husband does it too along with me. Folding my tongue into 3 loops. Ladies and gentlemen. At one point I knew over 100 pi numbers from memory. I know at least 1,000. They're not in the right order or anything. But I can guarantee that they're somewhere in pi. I did 150 to try to impress a girl in middle school. Didn't work because she knew 200. I'm impressed you did 150. Making an effort and committing to a goal is impressive. My elbows are double jointed and I can spin both hands around 360. Not to mention being double jointed means my arms can be bent at an unnatural angle that's just strong enough to make people squeamish without ever fucking me up badly during my very rough and tumble childhood. I always put a USB in right on the first try. Becoming useless as USB-C catches on. It's always third try for me. Wanking with my left hand despite being right-handed. Duh. Your dominant hand needs to be on mouse duty. Hell. I'm at the point where masturbating with my dominant hand feels awkward and wrong. My submissive hand is just better shaped for the job. My dominant hand holds my phone and I just shifted to being a southpaw. I can fold the top of my ears into the ear canal. And shake my eyes really fast back and forth. A fellow eyes hacker. Do you also tense your eye muscles to vibrate your eyes? This skill is insanely useless. I have showed it to 0 people in my life. I always shake my eyes when people stare at me. They usually call another friend to try to show them the thing I do with my eyes. And then I ask, what did I do? Maybe I'm slowly driving some people insane. I can predict how many times I'm going to hiccup before they stop. I can also turn every hiccup into a burp. I get hiccups way too much. Cats. Even feral ones that actively attack others. Will use me as a bed if I sit down by a building. 6 cats. 4 minutes is my record. I can't take outside breaks because my boss said I can take a longer break if the kitten has only been asleep for 10 minutes and took a 40-minute break. It's not useless, I want that. Spelling words backwards. I always joke with my best friend that I can spell words backwards and she can make friends. Ha. Well, I can spell most palindromes backwards. Most. I can remember the most specific piece of trivia. Except when it matters. Or you need general information. Basically I know a lot but can't ever remember right things. I have that too. And I have the ability to free associate 20 levels in 10 seconds, and suddenly I absolutely need to tell my friends that the Enigma sheets were printed in light pink so that it wouldn't be readable after syncing the sub. And then I have to figure out how that fits in a conversation about her boyfriend not buying milk. The ability to cause myself physical pain by remembering past relationships. I can rap really fast. It's a cool thing I show at parties. I don't get invited to parties often. Asamalama. Start a YouTube channel. I can make very convincing pigeon sounds. After every sentence I can immediately tell you how many letters there were. That's an interestingly useless talent. My entire body is hairless except for pubic areas and thick rings of hair around my nipples. My knee makes noises when I climb stairs. I can make a noise with my cheeks that sounds a bit like a duck. No one else I know can do it. Reciting the alphabet from Z to A without skipping a beat. I've always wondered if the backwards alphabet is a real field sobriety test because I legit can't take it sober. I'm also one of those people who, if you asked what letter is after gamma K, it'd have to start from gamma A gamma and track forward. Cooking 1 minute rice in 58 seconds. I think your name raises a more curious response, lol. Typing really fast, and yes, it's useless because there's no reason I need to type that fast usually. I'd hardly consider this useless. Fast typing is helpful in so many jobs. Would be a good hacker though. Faster the typing, more effective the hack. Don't forget the stat adding stickers on your laptop though. Adding on to this, make sure to get a friend who is also a fast typer to type on the keyboard with you for a Tux hacking multiplier. I can move my ears and almost all of the scalp. When moving tensed muscle of ears allows better hearing than usual. Being able to swallow baby carrots and chunks of food about that size whole. Not useless if you want to make money as a drug mule. I can type while staring off into the distance and still get full correct sentences and words. It makes people laugh but is otherwise useless. I can memorize music lyrics easily. This is useless cause I can't sing. Can tie a knot with my tongue. I know all the capital cities of every American state. I'm Canadian. I can make jokes that are way too dark and inappropriate for any situation. I have an almost encyclopedic knowledge of recreational drugs. I've always just found the subject incredibly interesting. Particularly with regard to psychedelic drugs. Even though I've never done most of them and probably never will. I started reading experience reports on Eroid when I was a teenager before I'd ever done any drug besides alcohol and caffeine. Eventually I got interested in pharmacology too. If I could go back to school I'd seriously consider pharmacology actually. There are times when this knowledge could be potentially useful. Like if a friend accidentally took way too much acid and was freaking out, I could probably calm him down. But most of the time it's not only not useful. You actively hide that you know anything about it because it weirds people out and makes them think you're fucking Hunter S. Thompson or something. I can chart a course on a map if I look at it for a minute and I can remember where every specific location on a map is. Accruing meaningless internet points. Spelling pneumonultramicroscopic silicovolcaniconiosis from memory. Thank you MRS. Waisaki. My 5th grade teacher. Knowing all the lyrics to Teenagers by My Chemical Romance. Edit. Thanks for all the upvotes. In school I take tests really fucking fast, which is more a curse than a blessing because all my teachers think I guessed everything or cheated. I took a 20-ish question final in 5 minutes and got a 100. My teacher swore I cheated but couldn't prove it. I can make my wrist crack over and over. Sounds like a cement mixer. It's neat. Edit, EY. We got a whole useless body part cracking squad up in here. I can do it with my toes. Useless AF. Same. It's useless unless you want to piss off my family. Well. Looks like we are a community of wrist crackers. If I put in nose drops. Pinch off my nose and try to blow my nose. I can shoot water out of the corner of my left eye. When's the next Aquaman movie? Starring U/Death Spiral 321 and the Reddit gang. I used to be able to do this with air. I would blow bubbles from my right eye in the bathtub. I'm almost 30 now though and I can't do it anymore. Pretty sure my brain will explode out of my ears if I try. I can move my ears. Made me the most popular kid in 3rd grade for a week. Not much since. It's a fun skill. I can also move one ear at a time. That's a lot harder though. I can sew this too. But only with my eyes. If I look as far left and as hard as I can, my right ear move up. And vice versa. Bonus, I can also close my right eye in the same way as if I'm sleeping without affecting my left eye at all. Looks normal, not squinty. Looks half asleep and creepy. Wow, you are so wonderful for listening. Hit like button and subscribe for more daily stories.